What's up? Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. Gonna do some SMS journal deployment. Wednesday morning. Thursday, still before 6. Friday morning. It's getting there.
Business update. I love talking about Uber, Facebook, Airbnb, other huge venture-backed companies. I'll tell you about the IPOs, I'll tell you about the direct listings, I'll tell you about their profit margins, their operating losses, everything. Scrolling through Y Combinator top companies, I see Stripe, I see GitLab, I see HelloSign, I see tons of companies that help me run my businesses and live my life. Venture capital has an enormous influence on technology, and it's allowed for the creation of great companies that otherwise wouldn't exist. Let's shift away from venture capital and talk about a different kind of business. Let's talk about Ben Chestnut and Dan Kosis. These guys each own half of a company called MailChimp, which is at its core an email marketing platform for small and medium-sized businesses. Their company made $600 million of revenue last year, operating profitably, and has been externally valued at $4.2 billion. Not that that really matters, because these two guys are the sole owners and investors in this company. And rather than give employees options, they do a generous profit-sharing program, which is, in my opinion, the way to do it. Now, I love reading business books and news, and I've read about all kinds of businesses. Maybe this has given me an outdated mindset. I tend to be reading about businesses that are older, or have already succeeded or failed in some spectacular way that's worth writing about. Maybe I think too much like Warren Buffett and not enough like Paul Graham. Maybe businesses don't need to be profitable anymore. Maybe they don't need to be paid by the people who they provide value for. Except that in the end they do. And right now a lot of businesses in tech are paid by investors because that's who they provide value to. I don't think that's wrong. This summer, I'm going to be working for a venture-backed startup, a hardware manufacturer that certainly could not have started or scaled without external investment. However, that's not how I think about my businesses, or at least not yet. Let's set the scene for the next 13 months. Grinnell College commencement is May 18th, 2020, and I've been thinking about what I want to get done before that, the things I want to build. I'm working on a new philipkiley.com, which will be the central hub of my business empire. And I'm going to start writing a blog there, which will have more business and tech stuff, which isn't to say I won't keep talking about it here on this channel, but writing 1,000 words is a lot easier than filming and editing that. So here's what it looks like. There is Philip Kiley, the person. And I go to work, I go to school, I do all the normal person things. And then I own ownership stakes in some LLCs. The big one you've all heard of, Grammy Graham LLC, is still a huge deal in this outline, in this org chart. There's another up-and-comer that I mentioned last week called LifeXP, which is a project that I'm working on with two awesome people who I met here at AIT. And in 3 months or so, I'll know whether or not it's going to sort of fade away or if it's going to build into another Grammy Graham level project. I'm hoping the latter occurs. From there, you notice there is Philip Kiley LLC. Basically, the idea is that everything that I do other than, go to school, go to work for other people as a normal employee should be covered in a business for liability and taxation advantages. If you want to know more about that, keep an eye out for my blog in the future when it happens. It'll happen eventually, I promise. And so this LLC does two things. Well, okay, it will do two things when it exists in the future, sometime this year, and then I just backdate everything so it'll be fine. These are projects that, unlike these over here, are either small enough that they don't need a whole operation behind them, like this vlog, or they're discrete, as in I do it once and it's done. There's going to be a lot more of these coming up in the next 13 months. I have a bunch of them planned, but it would be too early for me to talk about any particular one. And contracting is where you go to work for someone else, but you're not an employee. You're a business and they're a business, and they are buying services from your business. With my contracting, I've just completed my first 2 assignments for my first client. This client is a German-based company that provides people with tutors while they're learning how to program. Now I'm looking to expand my working relationship with them, and I'm looking to find client number 2, client number 3, and really figure out what stuff with this first client was a fluke and what stuff I can reliably scale and repeat to build this into a sustainable operation. In this next slightly over a year, you can expect to see a lot of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, and also, hopefully, some holding it on there until it sticks. That's the business update, Q1 2019. So hopefully it's all gonna play out exactly how it goes in that notebook. But it probably won't. I'll figure out a well-phrased ending for this vlog later in the edit, I think.